drop the verse one day.
Yeah.
This is my song.
This is your beat? Now I'm about to drop a verse.
I keep on
just
telling you,
because
like-
I'm about to drop a mind your business verse just because it's sent to Martin.
I'm telling you need to get into the boo-boo with them.
Yo, hey man.
Yo. Welcome back. Mind your business. I'm Solo 1 and 9 to the left.
It's Lex Akira. I'm back. And to my left.
It's your boy Mark Lee, MLSCRIB on all platforms. And to my left.
It is your girl, Courtney E. What is up, party people?
Yeah. We back at it.
Yes.
Back at it. Yo. So for sports this week.
My girls lost the daggone Commissioner's Cup game. I'm not mad that they lost to the Minnesota Lynx. Shout out to the Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah.
There has not been any team in the last 4 years since the Commissioner Cup started that has won back-to-back. We were the first team to try to attempt to win back-to-back because we won last year. We lost, sadly. Only by a few points, but we lost. But shout out to Minnesota Lynx. They got that win on the 25th. And shout out to my girl, Chelsea Gray, who is back from the Aces, back on the court from injury. Ooh. She had an ankle injury, and she is back, and the Aces are looking a lot better. So to be defending champs trying to three-peat, y'all looking a lot better. Thank you, Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, so what you got, the Liberty in first place. Then you got
we might have dropped down though after.
I don't know. I think you're still in first place.
Okay,
Connecticut
so,
is second.
we did take first place.
And
Lynx is third.
Yeah. So
those are the top three right
still
there.
rocking.
Aces are number 4. I'm hoping that they turn that around pretty soon because even though they are not my team, they are coached by one of my all-time favorite players, Becky Hammond, and I am not mad at them being the first team to ever three-peat in the WNBA. I'm not mad at that. I'm rooting for them. So, but you know, if it comes to us now, y'all not beating us by 1 point again. I just want to put that out there. We're not going out like we did last year. So
now they only got like what 12 teams, right?
About roughly.
So where would you want to see, like, what city would you want to see them expand to?
Well, we have one opening up in Toronto.
Toronto,
right now.
yeah, that shit,
that's a new one.
That's over there.
Yeah,
fuck them.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what Drake and them.
Canadians.
Like, what about over here? Like, where would you want to see them expand to?
Jersey, nah. We got New York.
We need something.
We got New York, but
Nah. You see, yo,
Nah.
Yo,
Jersey.
We need a team. Besides hockey.
I want to see somewhere in the tri-state area because most of the teams are like outside of New York. Like in
Philly don't have a team, right?
Well, in the NBA, but not in the WNBA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
WNBA.
I want to see somewhere up here in the north somewhere because a lot of the teams are like those country states or those spaced out states where it's like some of them might be like tourist states, but most of them are just kind of like, all right, yeah, we know the name, but not really many people are like, I'm going there for a WNBA game. Like, they're not about to do
don't nobody
that.
say that.
Yeah, but if it's like convenient, like a lot of people who not per se don't watch hockey, they go and see the Devils though because it's right downtown and the beer is crazy.
I think it would be good to put it in Jersey though.
Yeah,
I would
definitely
be.
love a Jersey team.
Yeah.
And then that would be, they could do like little promotional pickup games with New York and Jersey teams. Like I'm thinking ahead. Like
that would be dope though.
Like that would be dope. Like best believe it's gonna be a rival between New York and Jersey. If we get a team.
I think there already is like a rivalry. But the thing is like, say for example with like football and basketball, like we like NBA, we really don't have a choice. But
a lot of like Jersey teams were based in New York or vice versa. Like New York teams were based in Jersey. It's kind of like, that's why it's like when it goes to basketball and football, you kind of like, they're like together. Mm-hmm. Not so much with WNBA.
They just mesh everything, man. Like when I look up something, like
the New York, New Jersey tri-state area,
they'll have like approximate like expandable teams like NFL or something like that. It'll have state by state, city by city. Then it gets to Jersey. It's just
New York.
Jersey / New York.
Yes, always. We never get our own thing.
I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor a long time ago that Shaq was supposed to be bringing an NBA team back to Jersey. But
Atlanta Hawks. I think they was up for sale at one point, and he was talking about bringing them to Jersey. But I guess when they do the numbers and everything like that, if you're competing with the Nets and with the Knicks in North Jersey and South Jersey, Philly got that.
Right.
So it's like the competition. Like, where you gonna put them? Trenton?
Yeah, true. North Jersey is New York. South Jersey is Philly.
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true.
True.
The New Brunswick something like.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
About that's my area.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen,
New
yo.
Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
I know we got Rutgers there.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
But have you seen the Rutgers stadium? As big as that campus is, the court, the basketball court is.
Yeah, it's like some little kid shit.
Yeah,
like going
it's
to a high
not
school
that great.
game.
Yeah, it's not that great. Like so. Yeah, not. That's not a dig at Rutgers. I love you guys. Okay, RU.
That's
all
my
day.
squad. That's my squad.
Yeah, RU all day.
Yeah.
Scarlet Knight.
Yes. Scarlet Raiders. If you went to Newark, we shouting y'all
Yeah,
out too.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but Scarlet Knights. Yes.
I finally have an input on the sports.
Okay.
Area.
Okay.
Let's go.
You have a lot of input. What do you mean?
Well, I don't watch basketball like that. That's why I be quiet. I'm sorry. Sorry for the viewers. But I am an avid baseball fan ever since I was a young child. So my team is naturally the New York Yankees because, as we say,
Ooh.
That's
we
what
don't
I'm
have
talking
no
about.
Jersey team,
don't.
so
Right.
we just go to New
We
York.
Yankee fans.
Rest in peace, the Bears, the North Bears.
Yes.
North
rest
Bears.
in peace.
Yeah, rest in
yes.
What the
Rest in
fuck was
peace.
that all about? You know, and it was not even a bad team. But we can get into that.
I think the minor leagues were just not making money here.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
They did the same thing in Camden. I think the only team that's still up is I think the Patriots out in like Somerset or something like that, and the Trenton Thunder. I think they're still around.
Is it the Patriots?
They're affiliated with the-
I thought
with the
they were called
Yankees.
the Pirates. It's the Patriots.
I thought it was the Patriots. I
Okay.
don't know.
I thought it was Pirates.
Somerset. You know, I don't really know too much about that area.
Where
But
I'll be at.
Well, while I set up the screen mirroring thing, it's the 32-inch Roku, right? Or am I? No.
Airwave TV1.
Okay, I got it. Well, while that's loading, so basically the Mets were going against the Chicago Cubs about like 5 days ago.
yeah.
And Edwin Diaz was ejected from the game because he was caught cheating. So in baseball, how do you cheat? So in the pitcher realm, so to say, they found a sticky residue in his glove and around the ball at hand that was being used in the game. So the residue in question is basically spider tack, and that basically helps the rotation of the ball and when you're pitching. So like the curves are a lot more sharp, so it's harder for them to get a strikeout. You know,
Yeah.
it's easier for them to get a strikeout and, you know, go to the next player. But that's considered cheating. So the league basically banned it altogether. So people had to be creative. So that's basically what he got caught with.
It's not. I think you may have to do it again.
It's not.
Fuck, we got cheating in Major League Baseball? Edwin Diaz just got caught cheating, and he's been ejected. This has just happened with the Chicago Cubs
Look
and
at
New
his
York Mets game.
face.
Edwin Diaz is coming out on the bottom of the ninth inning to close the game for the New York Mets. 5-2 game. It is a safe situation.
I know he was
And the
caught.
umpires are checking his hand. They're like, hey, that is some sticky stuff on your hand. Let's check your glove. And they're looking at his glove, and they're like, hey, I think we got a cheater. And he's like, yeah, I think he's cheating. Because let me take a look at this. And
The
they're looking
umpire
at the glove,
definitely
and
caught
like, let me feel. Oh, that's sticky. That's sticky, Edwin, and you might be cheating. I think you're cheating. Hey, do you think he's cheating? Yeah, I think he's cheating.
Yeah.
That's what the conversation went through.
No,
And
that-
now
no,
Edwin Diaz
seriously.
was ejected before he threw
He
one
like, come
pitch.
on, man.
Oh my God!
You know better.
Kick him out!
Like,
Kick
come
him
on,
out of
dude.
baseball!
Kick him out of baseball.
Kick them out of baseball. Nah, they wild.
Nah, man.
They ain't gonna do that.
Hey man, I think the Mets, they need all the help they can get right about now.
Yeah. And then I was mad because
Yeah.
And now their
I
best
went
pitcher just
for the
got caught cheating.
Yankees. Yeah, and they got cheated. They got caught because I was rooting for the Yankees to go up against them when they played. He probably was cheating then because they
Yeah.
spanked the Yankees.
They did. It was like 12-2 or something.
I was
like
like, what happened? What happened? Like, yeah, they spanked the Yankees. They was cheating. Okay, I don't feel bad about that now.
Oh yeah.
They was cheating. Yankees, y'all still got it, yo.
oh, we still up. You know what I'm saying? We still
We
up,
still
man.
up
now
for
we
this
dropped down
season.
to like third.
But that's all right.
Well,
we still
we
at the
had
top.
literally until like the end of the summer.
Like the
to pick it
season
up.
literally just started.
Yeah, we good. We good. We got a long way to go.
Definitely.
But we still rocking. What you call it? Aaron, like Judge, right? So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna beat out his max record for home runs.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah, definitely.
His max is like 62. He's
He's
already.
bound- he's
he just
bound
hit 3
to-
the other day, so he's like at 33 right now.
He's bound to hit. Yep.
He's gonna hit at least 50 before the
Season
All-Star
just
game, I
started.
think.
Season just started.
That's crazy, right?
What's Babe Ruth's
Oh shit.
thing?
Damn.
They said he's. Didn't they say he was gonna pass or he already passed?
Yeah, they
Or
said he's gonna pass.
He's gonna
I don't
pass
think he
him.
passed. I think Babe
They
Ruth
said
is
he's
what,
close.
65?
So, like yeah, he's close. They say he's
Yeah,
close.
it's like 65 or something like that.
And
Somewhere
they
around
said
there.
he's gonna do it this year. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get that.
This year, he's on a mission, man.
Yeah.
And he don't need to cheat, yo. This is a big boy, 6'7".
You know how long Babe Ruth has held that record?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Baby
for him,
Ruth.
that's what I'm saying.
Baby Ruth. Yeah.
Like for him to break that, that's big in baseball.
That should make me want to go home and watch The Sandlot.
Yo, that's my movie. Sandlot 2 was cool too, but the original one,
Yeah, the original, yeah.
the original one was the
Yeah.
best.
It says that Babe Ruth's entire career for 22 years in the big league was 714 home runs
Yeah,
about
but I'm
the
trying to think of
season?
like
In a
one
season.
season.
in one season. The most in one season. Hold on.
Yeah.
Most home runs. Sorry, guys. Hold on one second.
You're good.
It's all good. It's all good.
Swipe.
Our viewers are patient.
Okay, so his first season was 29 in 1919. Then it was 54. In 1920, 1921 is 59. And towards the end of his career was 1927 with 60 home runs.
60?
60.
Yes. It
Oh, so he beat him already.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he beat him by like 2. But I'm trying to think. Somebody else has a record.
I mean,
I think somebody has 66.
maybe.
I'm trying to think of who.
Barry Bonds has 73.
73. I'm trying to think of a Yankee, though. Let me see.
Well, we're talking about the entirety of the league.
Yeah, let me see. Yankees. Oh, no, you can keep rocking.
Oh, that's pretty much it about my segment. It was very short today.
So do you
Thank
think he should
you.
be suspended or kicked out the league?
Nah, not kicked out the
Suspended.
league.
I feel
definitely.
like
Yeah.
suspended for at least 3 to 4 games.
That's the first
because
time
what the
he's
fuck is that?
gotten caught, right?
Yeah, that was the first time
that's
he was
first
ever
offense.
caught. But
And he
like,
didn't even-
for the
he-
amount of times that they beat, you don't even know how many times that he
That
done
he
that.
used that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He didn't even throw a pitch. in the
Definitely
game
should
yet,
be a
though.
suspension, but even also the sad part is we talked about this before about you mess up the rest of the team because the league could just be like, we don't know how many games y'all cheated on. Y'all out for the season. Y'all can't play. Y'all disqualified for the season. Because like that mess up the what's the name? But the season is so long, you can't just be like, you out for the season.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that messes up other people's schedules too now.
exactly. Because now they have to either
But
supplement.
he's gonna have to just be out for at least
they need to suspend
a good
him.
quarter of the season for that. Because
Gotta
that's
suspend
like
him. Because what do they do when the people get caught with steroids? What do they do to them?
that part. I'm not particularly sure. I know suspension
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but how
suspension.
long? Like,
until I guess that drug is out of their system.
And
they have
finds out the ass.
yeah, because they do.
Yeah, hell
They
yeah.
do be fining
Those
for
fines.
the smallest of infractions.
Those fines. But yeah, okay. So Aaron Judge, he's the leader for the Yankees, man. He beat out Roger Maris. Roger Maris had 61, and then it was Babe Ruth with 60. So
oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
So now Babe is third now. Then I'm assuming.
yeah, he's third. So
Okay.
damn, Judge, he might beat his own
Yeah.
record, man.
Hey,
He might hit 70.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean, he could.
Yeah, he's on.
I
our
mean, it's the
team.
beginning of the season. What we had 33,
Yeah,
now, if
he's
you're a pitcher-
definitely.
and you throw a pitch to Aaron Judge, you must be out your damn mind. You might as well walk him every time.
That's why the Mets got sticky stuff on, on their gloves.
Yo, I would walk him,
Yeah.
especially with depending who they got in the lineup
Nah,
right behind him. You know
as
what
a
I'm saying?
pitcher, it's your goal to strike that man out.
Yeah, it's a
if
goal,
you're
but
competitive,
nah.
if you're
Certain hitters,
competitive,
nah. Certain hitters,
man,
you do not.
you know how in the world of baseball, how great it would be to be like, yo, I struck out Babe Ruth. Like what? Like that's
Yeah,
a
that's
great
a
history.
fact.
I struck out
That's a nice
One of
thought.
the best
but
players of all time.
times, like you know how
That's
amazing
it.
that would be. So like for a pitcher, as far as competitiveness and the
Yeah.
integrity of the sport, I would imagine that they would be like, I'm gonna beat him. I'm striking. He ain't hitting my ball.
That's a nice thought, but like when he knocked that
Reality.
shit out the park. Now
But then you gotta-
looking like,
You gotta
Plus,
hone your craft.
nah, because you got to look at who's on base. You got to think about your defense. Who the hell you got on first, second, third, catcher, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, first
Like-
inning,
like-
I'm trying to strike this mug out. Like, what you mean? I
All
can
the
let
way.
it go. First and
Yeah,
second
yeah,
inning,
yeah.
I'm trying to strike you out. If we enter the game and we ain't got no runs or y'all winning, okay. I'm gonna leave you alone. I might walk you. But first, second inning, my goal is to strike you out. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna try.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
As a pitcher, like that's what keeps the game fun. Like, yeah, this guy knocking things out of the park. As a pitcher, I would imagine you would be like, yeah, I'm about to strike this dude out.
now let me
Get this.
let me tell you the
you going
biggest.
you going off sports?
No, this is sports.
Oh, I ain't with you. You know we gotta talk about. You know y'all know what we gotta talk about.
biggest sports news of the week.
Yeah.
Ronnie is with the
Yeah.
Lakers.
There we go. There we go.
Ronnie
Oh
is
my
with the
God.
Lakers.
Yeah.
That man
There
is
we go.
sad.
Hey, yo, Mark, you called it. You called it.
He did.
Mark was like, yo, he going to the Lakers.
Nepotism.
We all said,
Yeah.
nah.
I didn't think it was a
Yo,
good move.
Solo,
you know, but
that video.
yeah.
Bronny
Everybody
in the
thinks
chair with no emotion. With no emotion.
Nah,
Him
you know-
putting the hat on with no emotion.
I think-
No,
Nah, I
he
think-
low-key mad.
He's mad. That man is tight.
You think he's mad?
Bro, who
Even
wants to
if
go
he's
to work
not
with their
mad.
dad?
Nah,
Like,
nah.
I think he's taking it all in, man. That's a moment right there.
Nah, it's a moment for his
But he
dad,
fucking knew.
not for Bronny.
He knew he was going to LA.
That's the thing. He knew he was going to LA.
Yeah.
He knew he was going to LA, and I don't know if he was absolutely happy about that. Like, it was just like, all right, what I got to make a big deal for? I know I'm going to LA. Everybody know I'm going to LA. The whole world, the whole league, the whole world know that I'm going to LA. There was no other option because he has been pushing this narrative for the last 2 years that I want to play with my son. I want to play with my son. So for 2 years, he knew he was going to be on the team with his what's name. Now, LeBron, play your 1 year and go sit your old crippled self down.
Please.
Okay? Please go sit down because
Yeah.
we barely
you
want to
know-
see you play now.
And
Like,
you know the TikToks are rolling out of them.
Yo,
playing
I saw this.
yes, he's sleeping with his teammate's mom. Like, I'm like, y'all need to cut it out. Social media is
I
Nigga said,
saw
yo, your teammate said your mom fine as hell. Chill. Why you say that to that
about
boy?
my mama. Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's he handpicked JJ Redick as the coach, and he handpicked his son to be on the team. It's like, oh, coach, what's going to be the game plan? Give it to LeBron.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say, as far as black legendary things and legacy, what LeBron has done
Oh, yeah,
in
I
the
love
league
it.
is amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the fact that Bronny gets to play his whole first entire year with his dad, who is going to be traveling to every place that he's going to, who is going to be,
On
seeing
his
all the
ass.
seeing all the cities. He's there to kind of like, because a lot of those guys
him.
coming into the league don't have somebody there that is like,
like,
yo,
yo,
don't do this,
don't
do
do
that.
that.
Make sure you
Don't
get
go
rest,
here.
eat this way, don't be hanging out all like, you know what I mean? Make sure you make curfew and all that other stuff. Like
he gonna
the
be
fact
on
that he
his
has
ass.
that and it's his dad, I think is a great thing. And the historical achievement that LeBron has accomplished. Because as much as I don't agree with Bronny going to the Lakers, what LeBron James has done is amazing for the sport of basketball.
LeBron has been the face of the league since 2003, and then he pretty much like gave his son the keys. Like, here, this is you now.
Well, I don't know if
Yo.
Bronny is going to fill his shoes, but
No, he's not.
That's tough
yeah.
shoes. But I'll
Bronny's
tell
not
you
gonna
what,
fill
though.
his shoes.
That jersey is going to sell.
Yeah,
That
both of them.
Listen,
Both of them.
that's just going to sell. Yeah, because it's going to be like
James.
imagine going like a father and son basketball game to LA.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Bronny's a junior,
Feel
right?
me?
He's a junior or no?
He's
Yeah.
So it's gonna be James Jr. and James. LeBron James.
That's hard,
Jr.
yo.
And James.
That's hard, man. That's
Both of
history
those-
right there.
but people are gonna buy both of them just cause. Like, yeah, I'm a part of history, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like his first time in that locker room, man, it's going to be very like emotional.
Oh yeah.
When you go walk past your pops like locker, you know what I'm saying? And you know what he's done for the league,
And
for the
now
culture,
you're a part of it.
for just sports in general.
For your family.
For
Like,
the family, yeah, but
like-
I mean, not even just for the family. Like this dude is the legacy,
Yeah.
and you in the league, and your pops, his locker's still there, and you
Right.
know it's gonna be gone by next year.
Right.
9 times out of 10
Because
is
there's
gone.
a lot of people's kids in the league, and none of
Yeah.
them have ever touched the court with their
That's
child.
crazy. That's crazy, man.
I was just thinking about like Dwayne Wade's son. Like he wasn't built for the league. Like he's not even playing basketball like that no more.
Yeah.
And Zaire, he was supposed to like be
The next one,
D Wade Jr.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. I guess he wasn't built like that.
Well, we know he wasn't built like that.
Indeed. We're not going to talk about people kids, but
Yeah. Yeah, yo.
We ain't talking about people kids.
Nah, well, I am.
Now let me ask y'all. Do y'all think?
Yeah.
listen,
Don't be that.
Nah, amen.
Listen.
Amen.
Do y'all think? Do y'all think
the
LeBron?
amen is crazy.
Y'all think LeBron goes into coaching after that? After this?
I can see him coaching.
I
could.
don't want sit
Coaching on
down.
the
I
I
sit down.
think
We
he's gonna
don't
sit down
care.
for. I think he's gonna sit down for some years.
You play basketball for
I feel like
110
he-
years. Sit down.
I
Your
feel like
son is in
he'll
the league.
sit down for like a year.
Sit
and
down.
Then go into commentary.
I would love to see
I
him
can see that.
in commentary like
Yeah.
Shaq. I would love to see him at halftime reports.
That's gonna be good.
And things like that. I
That's
would
gonna
love
be
to see
real good,
LeBron
yeah.
there. But as
Yeah.
far as coaching, sit down. You don't have to be on the court. You don't need to be in the arena. Watch them on sit down. Let your son, because LeBron being on the court and in the arena is gonna mess with Bronny's game. And if he wants him to develop his game because he's not on the level that he needs to be.
Yeah.
If he wants Bronny to elevate his game, LeBron needs to go sit his butt down somewhere. Play this one, and I swear if he tries to do two, I'm going to be so mad. But if he does, let's just say he might try to do two, because they might be trash the first year. So LeBron, he might try to do two if they're trash the first year.
Possibly.
So if he does it after that, go sit down and let your son continue your legacy. Like,
Yeah.
let him live. He doesn't want to live in your shadow. Let him make his own career after that. Like, you still gonna have your hand and stuff. You still gonna be fiddling.
Yeah.
Like, let him get
fiddling.
traded here.
Yeah, yeah.
He is. He's still
Fiddler.
gonna- Yes.
Yeah.
No Diddy, but you know. But yeah, like,
So yo, who's excited for the NFL this season?
I mean, go Pack, go. I mean, I don't really. The NFL is so rigged. It's so sad.
I mean, we can say that about every sport though.
I mean,
Not as bad
I
as the NFL though. The
watched-
NFL is
I
bad.
don't know. I think NBA might be worse.
Really,
I think it might be worse than
I think
NFL.
it's harder to rig.
I think it's harder to rig the NFL than it is NBA.
Really.
I think so.
After
I mean, other than deflating the ball.
yeah, after
deflate the
deflated balls, anything is possible.
Yeah. And putting tack on the gloves like for the receivers and shit. But I think like it's still hard, it's still physical as hell. But I'm excited. Because you got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm upset that Barkley went to Philly. That pissed me the fuck off. That pissed me
Saquon,
off.
yeah.
A rival team. But
Saquon is that dude.
you got Russ Wilson, he went to
Russell got traded,
Pittsburgh.
right? Really?
Yeah. The Steelers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Then you got Aaron Rodgers. He's like 100% now. You get what I'm saying? Prescott, he got to show and prove.
First of all, I'm
Jones
over
got to show and
Aaron
prove.
Rodgers. I'm very excited to see about Russell Williams. I know I'm a cheesehead, but like the way he did Green Bay the last 3 years, I just don't respect how he I just don't respect the player he was those last 3 years. By the time he left to the Jets, good riddance. You know, like you weren't doing anything for us for the last 3 years anyway. After they got away, they got rid of Matthew. It was over.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, I'm not doing nothing for this team. I'm gonna make all of Rutgers. I'd rather talk to reporters than play real football and win y'all another ring. Like he was mad. He was ready to go anyway. So still a great player.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year.
Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it.
I
yo.
want to see that.
There's been some major moves in the league this year.
Definitely want to see that.
Feel me? Like it's been some major
like
moves.
a lot of major players have been switched around.
And plus, even like for the quarterbacks, the situations, it's like
Yeah.
you have no choice but to show and prove.
Yeah.
Or you're out of there. Jones,
Listen,
he's out of New York.
that-
Prescott
Yeah.
might be
like,
out of Dallas if he don't show and prove.
First of all, Prescott, I'm so over Dallas. Like, and even last year, for the first time ever, I might have had a little hope for them. But
Hey, not
I'm
too
so
much.
Over.
Not
I'm so over y'all
too
one and
much.
done.
Yeah.
Like y'all be.
Because I let y'all rock.
Man, nah, cause y'all be coming crazy. Yeah, bro, we get.
First of all,
we
let's-
going to the ship. We
Well,
every year. And then
first
it be
of all,
one and
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
I'm the
every single
sensible
time.
Cowboys fan. I'm the sensible
The
Cowboys
only
fan.
one.
I already
1%.
know that we just need to get rid of the defensive line coach and half the
Y'all need a
defensive
new
line. Period.
quarterback. I know y'all like
Listen.
Dak, but y'all need a new quarterback. He sucked for y'all chemistry.
Okay.
For y'all to do better, y'all need a new quarterback.
He's going to camp right now.
Stop.
He's going to
hyping
camp
this
right
man
now.
up. He's done nothing for y'all.
He's going to camp right now.
Nothing.
Yo, I love hearing females argue about football. Yo, that shit is crazy.
He's going to camp right now. He's going to develop the craft.
Yeah.
Send him to the D League, man. They got.
Oh my God. Y'all never had this. Y'all didn't have this vibrato for Bronny though.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
Not like he was there for
I
10
love it.
years. But speaking
We're here
of
for it.
Dallas,
Yeah.
I was watching their Netflix documentary of the DCC, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So,
Watch that.
yes, I did.
Solo.
And so somebody has to. I watch these things so you don't have to.
Thanks, Lex.
Okay. So I watched most of it, but it was basically summing up. Cheerleading in itself has, toxic
Elevated.
traits.
I was not.
But it has elevated its craft into like an athletic level nonetheless. And
It's a
I feel
sport.
like it's going to wind its way up into the Olympics.
Whoa.
I mean, if breakdancing
Stop
gets
at
into the damn
gymnastics.
Olympics,
Breakdancing is in the Olympics?
we'll get into that in a second.
Oh my Lord.
It already started this year.
Skateboarding is
The trials.
Skateboarding is in the Olympics too.
I can see
I'm
that,
just
though.
saying.
It's a sport.
You can
Skateboarding
break your
makes more
leg in
sense.
cheerleading.
Yeah.
You could break your leg. You could break your arm.
Nobody told you to get thrown in the sky. Like gymnastics, you can
Nobody
break-
told you to get tackled. Nobody told you to block that.
But my thing is
and
that
you still get paper mache ankles out of the streets.
Cheerleading is gymnastics on steroids. Like all they did was take gymnastics and start throwing them in the air and telling them to be perfect. Like,
Oh. Yeah.
that's all they did.
But that is,
I'm
but
just
it's
saying, they
it
start-
takes just as much strength
It
as
does.
like
It
as
does.
anybody else, because you have to have a lot of stamina to even keep up with the whole entire game. They're
And
still
cheerleading
cheering
is unisex
during the whole
at
game.
that too. Cheerleading is unisex.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it happening. You got everything else in the Olympics now.
We have lost it if cheerleading becomes a sport.
Damn.
Like, I don't know if cheerleading should become a sport. It's a good. Lex, don't look at me. It's a good.
What happened to feminism?
Nah, you know what?
I
can see it, man.
The
I can see it.
equality, I just
Listen.
feel like if you could break your leg, your damn arm, it's a
double
motherfucking sport.
Put those double dutch in there because there's competitions.
Double Dutch?
Yeah,
Like,
if you
don't
want to
double
do
dutch
that, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
We could
If you
Listen.
want to go there, yeah.
I'm just saying, badminton. We could put it all in there.
Niggas
like
play
badminton-
fucking pickleball. Like, come
we talking
on.
about Olympic levels. Like
Niggas play pickleball. Like, man.
pickleball, is it gonna make it to the Olympics?
Well, I mean, we might as
It's
well
a
throw handball in there,
variation
too.
of tennis.
Handball?
Double Dutch. is
That's
crazy.
why it ain't make it to the Olympics.
Yeah, the double dutch is
and
real crazy.
Cheerleading is a
real
variation of
crazy.
gymnastics.
I feel like it should be because the amount of skill. I still will
Nah, you
fucking
do
break
you
my
do
neck
have
with
to
that
have
shit.
skills because
Well,
I don't want to
listen.
get thrown in and people sticking their thumbs up my butt. Maybe that was just
What?
Wait. Hold on. What we doing? What we doing? Hold on.
Double dutch.
Whoa! Maybe that was just bring it on.
How did
When they
we
were
get
like
here?
sticking their thumbs up their butt to keep them.
Oh, you talking about that one scene in Bring It On?
Bring it on.
Years.
I watched too many
And
of those.
that white girl was like, "Oh my god!"
Right.
And the white guy was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
gross.
That dude was dirty.
Yo,
He
it's
was
the Henny.
dirty. He
It's
did
the
that
Henny.
to all of the cheerleaders. It's the Henny.
It's the Henny.
How did we get here?
He's
not.
Yo,
My bad, y'all.
Go.
the hand up the butt is wild.
I'm
Listen.
just saying.
You have to go back and watch that.
Listen, that shit is wild. I
We're
don't even
90s kids.
know how we got there. Mark, how'd it happen?
I don't know, man.
It might be my fault.
We were
My bad.
See, talking about
We
pickleball.
started drinking. We started talking about cheerleading, and then Courtney said, "Figure out the butt." I said,
Hey,
Just
We were
saying.
talking about pickleball. I don't know how.
I've never been to a cheerleading competition. I'm just saying.
I have.
I only know what I've seen on TV. I'm just saying.
yo,
I'm just saying.
you got a little wild just now.
Hey, we black.
Listen.
We don't know what them white cheerleaders doing. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I never cheered on like a competitive level, but that shit is intense.
Because why would they put that in a movie if it wasn't something that actually happens? Listen.
I'm just saying, a little truth in all this.
Nobody believed that robots was going to take over the world, but here we are 2 seconds from being our robot, and we're gonna need to call on Will Smith for something. Like, I'm just saying,
Them niggas not gonna look like Wally. Nope.
Elon Musk making robot sex dolls for all the rich white men. I'm just saying.
Hey.
What he said, November of 2024?
Look. Mark gonna buy one.
Fuck out of here.
First of all.
Fuck out of here.
Yo. That'd be a new porn category right there.
Oh my God.
Fuck out of here.
Yo, Lex, yo.
What is happening today?
I almost died.
Oh, yo, we wildin', man. We wildin'. We wildin', yo.
Listen.
Oh,
Get the
man.
fuck out of here.
Four of us have not been together
I will pay for a real person before
yo.
that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this shit crazy, man.
All I'm saying is that a few weeks ago, Lex made a point that if there are women out here, if there are men out here paying for sex, why y'all mad at women out here getting money for sex? I'm just saying.
Because somebody's paying.
Somebody's paying enough for Elon Musk to think that it was profitable to build a sex robot doll. Okay? I'm just saying, and best believe it's gonna go off the shelf.
Watch out, SWs, please. Protect them.
SW.
Sex
Oh, okay.
We're trying not
sorry.
to be demonetized.
Listen.
You said protect them?
I don't want them to get killed.
Nah, hell no. We don't want that. We don't want that.
I'm saying,
Nah,
I'm
we don't
like,
want that.
protect them. Like, they
we
trying
don't-
to survive on this shit. Like, I ain't wanting nothing crazy happening.
Nah, we don't want that, man. Just legalize it. Just legalize it. That's all
It's
we gotta
legal
do.
in Vegas.
We need it in Jersey. Why not?
It just needs to
You
be.
wildin'. I don't know about that.
Yo, the one way
Jersey is
to
not that crazy. Maybe in Atlantic City.
listen. That's the one way to save
But
AC.
but it's only legal in the city of Vegas, right?
Nah.
I thought it was
they got
like the
ranches.
whole state
Whole
of
state?
Nevada.
I think it's the whole state. Yeah.
Okay. I
But
don't know about that.
what they could do here is just put it
Because
certain
I don't
area.
know if y'all been on what's that,
We're on
Clinton
Broad?
Ave,
Clinton-
right there by that little go-go bar, Skid
Oh,
Row, what they call
yeah.
Skid Row,
Yeah,
with all
yeah,
those,
yeah.
like I have
Oh,
to,
yeah,
I have
that-
to drop when you come
Nah,
on
yeah.
Journal Square.
By Ave,
By
exactly.
Ave, yeah,
Listen,
bro.
so y'all been there. I have to drive through that every day when if I come down here, I have to drive through that to get off 78 and like come around on the way I need to go. So like I don't know if y'all want to legalize that because they already be out there. I don't know if y'all want to see that. Cause if y'all think it's crazy in those areas now, it's going to be flooded. Flooded. And the truck
at
drivers
least
is
they'll be
going
able
to
to pay
stop like it's a
taxes.
truck stop.
You just talking about if they legalize it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying just legalize it in one area. Put in AC.
They don't want to do that because locking them up gives them money. They get money
Well,
for everybody. they put
locking
in
them up.
jail.
Yeah, but you know how much money you'll fucking make if you legalize
they
that
gotta
shit.
pay
Plus, it'll
taxes
help the
after that.
casinos too.
Yeah, because they get to tax it. But if Donald Trump get elected, it ain't no more taxes.
That's what
Right?
that's what he says. That's just
okay.
hard to do, man.
First of all,
Yeah, okay.
speaking of, we gonna segue into this debate.
let's go.
Yo,
Let's go.
We can do it.
was anybody else like get both of these motherfathers off the
Oh,
daggone?
I
Anybody
turned it
else?
off after
Yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes. I
Anybody
turned it
else?
off.
Because I was like, and why was Donald Trump constantly referring to himself in the third person? He was like, Trump, when Trump was in office.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yo, dude is wild, man. I'm telling you, he funny as
Like,
hell,
this
man.
dude is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
I don't know if y'all saw the end when Joe Biden and his wife, when his
Like
wife
the very,
Jill-
very end?
Yeah, the very, very end when like Jill had to physically take his hand and walk him
Yo.
off stage.
Get your ass off.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, Joe, you need to go to sleep or be in somebody's
Yo, come
home.
on.
Okay? Because one, he barely made sense when he was talking. Like, they should have had that little bouncy ball under, like, with
Yeah.
the captions to make sense of what he was saying.
And apparently, I heard a rumor. I don't know how true it is, but apparently he's been rehearsing all week for the debate.
And stuttered.
And they said he
God
might have
knows how long.
over rehearsed. They said he might have
Yeah.
over rehearsed.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
might
because
have-
his answers.
Might have short circuited.
Yeah.
Might have short circuited.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh,
Short
man.
circuit is crazy. I know he old, but
Yeah, he might have
it
short.
had
Yeah.
to catch me. Like, what's wrong, Lex?
Yeah.
Lex is like, I'm not talking about these old people.
I'm
They run
just
our
like-
country.
Like I said, I just want both of them to be gone.
No,
And I just want I just want us to not have a precedent for 1 year just so we can get I'm still
Let us
gonna
govern
keep saying
ourselves,
this.
like,
I'm not going to
don't know.
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know about that.
I'm just
Yeah,
good.
people crazy.
Must get ready for the
Anarchy
purge. Get ready for the purge.
Anarchy for real.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Like,
locked and loaded.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of
listen.
the day, people say all the time that the president is literally just a figurehead in itself. They don't really have true power, or otherwise Trump would have fucking sent the nukes 2 years into that motherfucker.
That's facts.
So like let's be real.
There is a little restriction, but still, they cannot control that man.
Mm-hmm.
And the sad part is that neither of these candidates are valuable candidates.
They're not.
Like, Trump
But
is up
that's the
there
thing,
lying
that's the
about half of
thing.
the things he claims to do.
Yeah.
So it's
That's-
like, you can't even believe him. It
But
sounds
that's the
good.
thing.
That's what it is. It sound good.
America doesn't want a viable
I've been
candidate.
advocating for this dude for 10 years. I can't.
America
even
does
do
not
this.
want a viable candidate. They've had viable candidates, but somehow we always ended up with the lesser of two evil decision.
Yeah.
The worser of two. Worser.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all know Ebro from Hot 97.
Yeah.
I saw him.
Morning.
Yeah. I saw him post on Instagram like, oh, y'all just gonna turn y'all back on Joe Biden after one bad performance.
It's
And I'm
been
like-
a whole term of bad
I'm
performances.
like, yo.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that because he's listening to like CNN and all the other bullshit,
Yeah.
Fox.
You're not really
Because
paying attention.
because what they're comparing it to is like the fact that Obama did bad in the first one that he had
You can't
against
expect
what Mitt
Now,
Romney.
Obama had.
He did bad, not as bad, but he did bad. Who else did bad?
Biden has been showing signs of dementia all year, big dog. Like,
Well, yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Exactly.
this ain't
Like,
no
he
just
has
one bad
early onset
performance.
dementia. He has acute dementia or something. Like,
Not
something
acute.
is. He has something. Like
Nothing cute about it.
He is
Nothing
not,
cute about it.
He is not. I'm done.
No,
I can't with y'all. Like, and I'm only saying that
Crazy all
because
year.
he's not. He's definitely not in the best help to be running our country and making lucid. Like 100% of the time. Like, it can't be 65% of the time he's making lucid decisions. Like, no. Like, you just randomly going, oh, wait, I forgot I was supposed to sign that bill. Like, no. Wow. And meanwhile, us American citizens
Yeah, we just-
over here suffering. Like,
yeah.
nah. And then, like, Donald Trump is just like, Donald Trump, bro, he just has a lot of he's good at or skilled at
Talking.
key points. Like, he's skilled at key points. I won't say he's charismatic, but he has somewhat of a gift of gab. So he's good at hitting those, like,
Trigger words.
trigger words. Exact. Thanks, Lex. Like, those he's good at hitting those key points. But the problem is that the intent behind it, which is why I don't support him as a leader, because the intent and the attitude behind it, it's not done with the right, for lack of a better word, spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my only thing. Like, I wish, like, because I filed as an independent about 3 years ago. Like, I'm not Democratic or Republican. But, like, I wish that there was someone else other than these two, because neither one of them need to be running the country.
I keep telling you, Bernie, but
Yo.
now he too
Yo,
old.
see, that's
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Bernie,
wrap on
like,
that.
he gonna be just like Joe was these last 4 years.
Yeah,
Bernie's
it's a wrap on
But
that,
if y'all
yo.
would have
Yeah.
voted
Bernie
for
was
him,
old.
if y'all would have voted for him earlier,
these
We
last,
can't have
we would have
things-
had it for 4 years. We
Now,
wouldn't even be having this
Listen,
discussion.
65 years
God
old.
damn.
You gotta be at least 65 to be the president.
No, 40.
No, yeah, you can be in your 40s.
You can't be older than it. There's not a limit.
There's no limit.
No, there's no limit.
Now,
Nah,
that-
because
they're-
Obama, when did he get in office? He was like in the 50s, right?
No, he was like
He was in his 40s.
He was
40 something.
48
Yeah,
or
so-
something, like late 40s.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
That
there's
job
no,
age
there's
is-
no age limit.
yeah.
There needs to be.
Yeah, there needs
Like, that's my thing. There needs to be an age cap, because if you're running for president, there should be a mental test. Like, if you're above a certain age, there should be required to have an
Cognitive-
evaluation.
a cognitive
Yeah,
test.
a cognitive test. Like, there should be some type of evaluation, because there's no way we have had this man in office this long. There's
But here's
there's
the
no
thing.
telling what
Here's-
he's done.
The thing is, like, yo, you obviously see him short circuiting. You obviously see he's not all
He
the
should
way
be
there,
impeached.
right?
I mean, impeached a
But
bad
then
word, but he should be
The
removed.
White House
Like,
comes out.
just
Not
you
that,
know
like-
Yeah,
retired.
yeah.
But then the White House comes out with these reports, like, oh yeah, the president's fine. He's completely competent.
Why y'all lying?
We're gonna believe that. Like, we
yo.
know y'all lie to us all the time.
It's not like we don't be
y'all
around
looking at the same
80-some-year-olds.
person, like,
Exactly.
I think it should be the same requirement as the military. If you're considered the commander in chief, should be the same shit. Physical test, mental test, whatever. Because if you're
I
the
like
commander,
that idea,
agree with
Solo.
that.
if you're the commander, you know what I'm saying?
You
should be able to pick up a fucking weapon and get it in if you had to.
Yeah.
And you should be competent enough to command
Right?
soldiers into danger.
Yeah.
Like, you should just be like, oh, maybe we'll win this war. We don't have enough weapons or soldiers, but let's go there.
No, because you got to think. Like I know you got security and military behind you, but if you go into another country and some shit goes down,
You have to be able to.
can you pick up a fucking weapon and get it in if we really had to? You know, you get what I'm saying?
If another country comes over here and shit goes down,
Can
Yeah.
you handle
Come on,
what
Commander.
needs to be done
Yeah.
because it's fun to watch Red Dawn on TV until you look in the sky and there's 50,000 real parachutes of another country soldiers coming in here. So I'm
Okay.
just like,
I just looked up Joe Biden's age, and he's
81.
81.
81.
80 they have to be stopped. Like,
My
It's getting ridiculous.
grandmother
It's getting ridiculous, yeah.
Come on.
85 years old, and
that
we have a chairlift in our house. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me.
It got to be a physical, mental requirement.
And this
man.
is
It has
why
to.
they're trying to force the retirement rate to be like 75 because they're like the president is running the country.
No one told him to do that.
Everybody's not volunteering.
He should have retired
Yeah,
at
yeah.
65. Where it
Yo,
was
like
supposed
that's
to
why I
be.
was like 65 should have been a cap because I'm like on your way to 70.
What are you doing?
What are you exact? Thank
What are
you,
you
Mark.
doing?
Like, what are you doing
Yeah,
on your way
yeah.
to 70? Like,
And
come
this
on.
segues into this is why the housing market is the way that it is.
Yeah.
Because these boomers refuse to retire and move to
Yo, the
fucking
boomers,
Florida.
they are the boomers. Yes. Yes.
Why are you in Senate
Sit
and
down,
you are
go to
78?
Florida pissed off that we
Sit
moving out
your
there.
ass
They pissed the
down.
fuck off.
They are.
Florida like, yo, go back
They
up north,
are.
yo. They don't want us there.
All they gonna do is relocate and gentrify somewhere else. That like they did. Irvington used to be full of white people. All the Haitians and black people start moving in. Where they at? Ain't not a lick. Ain't even a dot of milk nowhere. Like
Dot of milk.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, speaking of like the housing market and everything, you ever notice when you talk to a boomer about the housing market and how housing is unattainable, they always think that it's the same prices as it is when they were our age. Like, nah, bro.
No.
Just
It's like
save your
4
coins
times.
a
Shit
couple
is
of years.
different now,
It's
man.
not.
Shit is different. Shit is different.
Oh, speaking of housing, shout out to, I believe, Georgia. They just supposedly passed a law saying that renters are not, landlords are not allowed to charge 3 times the rent anymore.
I saw that.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, can y'all move that up north,
Yeah.
please? Because the rent out up here is getting, it's
It
already
ain't gonna
high.
happen.
It's ridiculous.
New York moving over and they willing to pay whatever.
In Jersey, right?
Yeah, they willing to pay
that's-
whatever, you
they're
get what I'm
paying
saying?
all that, but
And
Jersey
that's the problem.
In New York, Jersey and New York have some of the highest like taxes and rent in the country.
No,
like that's crazy.
New Jersey has the highest property taxes in the country.
That is
Yeah.
The
ridiculous.
highest property
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And that's the
That's messed
and like
up.
we have the highest property tax, but then y'all are charging us crazy amounts for rents. Like if you own the property, that's your business. You got to pay that property tax. But us renting your house, like we shouldn't be responsible. If we're not the landlord, we're not responsible to pay your tax for your house because that's what they're doing. Oh, the property taxes are high, everything else is high, the water bill's high. We're not responsible for that. We're gonna pay our rent for the house. Like some of this rent is getting ridiculous.
It is. They don't
Should
care,
be paying
though.
like
They
damn
don't care.
$3,000 for one bedroom. Like what?
But you know what else it is though? They don't give a shit. Plus, the government is gonna help. The government's gonna help whoever needs the
They're
help.
gonna help the renters. They're not gonna help
Not-
the people.
not the
not
regular-
the renters. They're gonna help the landlords, not the renters.
Them and the people seeking assistance.
Yeah, the government.
That's just getting paid for.
You know what I mean? People seeking assistance compared to the people that have it. And a lot of people are on assistance who don't need it. They've lived their whole life, 5
Oh yeah,
generations.
that's a different story.
But that's what there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that are doing that. So
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is not even a factor. Like, that don't even count.
There's a lot. Nah,
Yeah.
but
At this point, you gotta be born
There's like
into this shit. You gotta
there's
be jumped
years
in.
of there's 10-year waiting lists for these assisted programs you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's waiting lists. There's all this stuff like people in Section 8 been on the waiting list for 5 years, still ain't getting picked. Like,
And that's what pisses me off about like the media and how people say that Black Americans act like the victim because we have all these so quote unquote programs. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I have to wait 5 years to get a grant, a loan. any type of assistance. So by
Anything.
that time, I'm homeless. So what the fuck?
Exactly. My dad had a stroke. We waited almost a year to get his disability approved. Meanwhile, the family is going crazy because he has nothing, and we're trying to get all his stuff situated. Over a year to get him this. Like, what? We've been doing this. Happened in 2022. He just got approved in January 2024. Don't make no damn sense.
That's crazy.
Yes, like don't make no damn
Same thing
sense.
with my father. It took those to like a year and a half, almost 2 years after the car accident, just to get something, and even then, it's barely.
And it's not a livable amount. It's not a livable amount. So y'all think we got we have opportunities. Resources are not as much. Like we have millions of opportunities, but the resources for those opportunities are limited. Very, very limited. Yep.
So
And we letting everybody else in here and giving them all our money and resources too.
Facts.
And not even taking care of the citizens. No, shout out. Listen, I ain't got nothing against immigrants. I'm sorry. I'm going on a little rant.
No, go ahead.
But I ain't got nothing against immigrants, okay? It's
for
not
the
your,
American infrastructure.
Yes, it's not your
It's
fault
not
that
your
the
fault.
government is stupid enough to bring a bunch of people in here without taking care of the action. Why are we the capital of homelessness? Why? But y'all still bringing other people over, telling them, "Come on, you could be a refugee. Come on, we'll pay you to live here." But you can't. But we got 5 years of waiting list for people who are homeless on the street and got kids. Come on. Make it make sense.
Y'all telling our kids they can't go to school because the migrants need housing. So they gotta take care of school. Your kids got to do online school. That's crazy.
That's wild. Like, come on. That's all I'm saying. Do better, America. Do better.
This is where we're at.
2024.
This is the life that we live.
Speaking of school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
Lex, you weren't.
Ain't no telling where this is gonna go.
Right, Mark.
No.
Ain't no
I feel
telling.
like I say this
Ain't no telling, y'all.
every
Yeah.
other episode with Mark. Like, oh my Lord.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I just have to close my eyes.
Lex, you weren't here. But yesterday, I mean, last week, we reported on Louisiana. Louisiana passed a bill that all classes have to have the 10 Commandments posted in each classroom. Right?
I feel like Lex felt the same way I felt. Like, yes.
I mean, we got Vacation Bible School for that. But continue.
Right?
Right.
That's what I'm like.
And we were debating, I was just like,
We
yo,
already separated church with state. Why are we doing this?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And what
Then it's
Y'all
just
took
like,
God out the Pledge of Allegiance that y'all force us to say every
Yeah,
year.
but also
And
now
now-
look, Oklahoma is now implementing. They got to teach the Bible in school. It's a
Right.
requirement. It's law.
okay, I mean,
so
I'm all for
At a
it.
public
Go ahead,
school?
Mark. Go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
So now there is, in the same state of Louisiana where this bill was passed, there is a Hindu guy that wants Hindu scripture right next to the 10 Commandments.
We just said this last week.
I mean,
I said this
we
last
said
week.
It
this
is what it
last
is.
week.
if it's good for the goose, it's good for
And
the
now
gander.
my kid can't go to that school
We
or be in
should
that
just
class.
dedicate a religious wall in a classroom. A religious wall.
It
is what it is.
And I think that's what Mark was saying last
Yeah.
week. Like, if you're gonna do that, then you have to have the staple commandments, quote unquote, for lack of a
every
better-
other
for
religion
every
now.
religion that is practiced in that state.
I'm
Like,
with it.
you can't. I'm all for. Like I said last week, all for everyone being Christian. Okay,
Yeah.
all for it because I'm a Christian and that's what I believe in. But you can't force the Bible down somebody's throat.
can't.
Because
You
that's
can't
going to
do
be
that.
the adverse effect of what's going on.
Yeah.
I.e.,
PK kids.
hello? I wasn't even going to go there.
I'm just saying, like,
But I'm just saying.
you could force that.
I see y'all on
Yeah.
Sunday.
I'm
My whole
done.
thing is, yo, if you want your kids to be taught the religion in the school, go to a religious school.
Yes, a
Send your
Catholic
kid-
school.
Yeah.
Or-
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
that makes sense. That does make sense.
Yes.
You want your kid to be taught Catholicism, send them to a Catholic school, send them
Yeah.
to a Christian school. But
Islamic
if you are
school.
sending them to
A public school,
that
Yeah.
is
It's
used-
for everybody.
that uses taxpayer dollars from every one of the citizens in that city,
No,
separation of church and state.
can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I mean, we kind of knew this was going to happen anyway,
It
didn't
feels
we?
alienating
I'm
towards
flipping
the
out at
kids that
somebody
don't believe in
teaching
anything, and with that, you know,
Buddhism. Yeah,
This
like
guy,
you just.
This guy wanted his a Hindu scripture. I'm pretty sure Satanists want the Satanic Bible.
All right now.
XYZ.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
Satanism is a religion now.
Because
It is.
now.
And you gotta do
The
it.
fact that we even accept Satanism as a religion.
I mean, I think they have a statue in one state. They have a
Listen.
statue. You know how they got
Of
Jesus with a
Satan?
child? They got Satan with a child.
I mean, it's
A
the,
statue.
it's
Yeah,
the
they do.
Baphomet.
But
The blood of Jesus.
So here's the thing. So that goes into
hey, man.
that segues into my next topic that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Right? So I wish I had a screen recording of it. Right. I had a debate with an atheist Satanist. Right. As an atheist myself, right, I've always thought that Satanism was the lamest and disingenuous religion that you could think of, right? Because the reality, if you actually dive into Satanism and Satanists, they don't actually believe in Satan.
They just believe in like
Bunch of evil crap.
No, they
not
don't.
an evil crap.
So-
it's just like the luxuries of sin in itself.
So
like,
pleasures.
Right.
You
So
know,
pleasures.
the pleasures
Right.
of life.
Not even that.
Right.
Not even that.
Oh.
Satanism was specifically created to be the opposition to Christianity. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Like the Bloods.
That's it. Literally.
All right.
Yeah. They
I'm saying.
Close the Crips.
I'm saying.
All right now.
I'm just saying.
That's it. That's all it is. Because if you actually read the Satanic Bible, it has nothing to do with Satan. It has dumb shit in it, like, oh, help your fellow man and feed the homeless and you know, feed like
Not dumb
help.
shit.
Yeah, like
It's just being
when I-
a decent
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah.
But okay.
What?
When I-
Like,
I didn't
When I
think
say,
that was the dumb part of it.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
say dumb shit, I mean
like stupid stuff.
it's like for what they portray it as, oh, Satanist is evil. No, it's regular shit that you don't need to be a Satanist to believe in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? But I call all Satanists, especially if you're of a certain age, you haven't gotten past your angsty teenage phase.
Right.
Oh, I'm not gonna conform to the system, man.
Anarchy.
Yeah,
I won't
that's
do what
what
you
it
tell.
is.
That's all it is.
That's how Satan was
And
in
our
the Bible,
banner.
though. That's how he tricked Eve. He told her, who said, he told you that you couldn't be all knowing everything. Did he tell you you couldn't really eat that fruit? Go ahead, take a bite out of it. However the heck he said it. But that's basically the tactic that he used to trick her. Like, so what? He's God.
whole-
You could be just like him.
My whole thing with Satan is, right, is like if you say you believe in Satan, right, then you kind of have to believe in God. You can't have one without the other.
Facts.
And if you believe in you know the fact of God in the Bible, and you know eventually on Judgment Day, on the rapture, Satan will be defeated by God. That means you're intentionally choosing the wrong side.
Right.
You're intentionally
Like, you
choosing
know it's
the
Like you're
losing
trolling
side.
almost.
Right.
And that's what it's a.
It is a troll.
It's a big
It's
troll.
a huge troll.
It's a big troll. So I was having this debate with this guy, right? So I'm just like, yo, why can't you just be an atheist? Why do you have to be a Satanist? And he's like, oh, well, you know, why don't you like the term Satanist? I was like, because most religious people confuse us. Like they
With the
think
two.
that atheists are Satanists, and that's not the case.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, oh, well, you know, because, well, if that's what they think anyway, if the majority of the country is Christian and they're going to think that we're Satanists anyway, then, you know, we might as well just adopt the name. I'm just like,
What the fuck?
They might as well adopt the name.
Stupid.
What
That's
the
stupid.
fuck is that?
That
Like,
is dumb.
Yo,
Like, how about you bring awareness to what it actually
Exactly. I was
is
like,
as
Yeah.
opposed
I was
to.
like, you correct them. I was like, I know y'all probably saw this on my post. I was like,
Yeah, I saw.
if I'm Haitian and I go to Haiti, I was like, if I'm an African American and I go to Haiti and the people start speaking Creole to me because they think I'm Haitian, it's my job to correct them and be like, no,
Like-
I'm African American.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I'm not-
Kisa? What? I don't know what you said.
I'm not gonna be like,
Is
oh,
that what I
well,
said?
Yes.
since y'all think I'm Haitian, I might as well act like it. No, might as
Yeah,
well get
yeah.
a fake,
Right.
fake, like no. So yeah, that's that. That's pretty much that was that debate.
Wait. So
That's
I mean,
wild.
they might as well have. I guess the Satanists, they got different denominations.
Shut up. Solo shut
No, yo,
Listen,
yo,
Satanist
no, yo. I'm serious
Don't get them
because
started.
He said,
No.
wash in the
Okay.
blood.
yo,
They gonna
I'm-
be cis Satanists.
no, listen, yo, I'm dead ass serious
Yo.
because Mark was saying that they don't believe in Satan, but
Right.
there are
Shit.
Satanists who actually pray to Satan.
They don't though. They don't.
No, I'm saying,
they-
but I've seen Satanists who actually pray to Satan.
No, they say that, but they don't. They say "Hail Satan," right? That's just them being edgy. They don't actually.
I guess.
Wow.
But some of them, but there are some of them that call Satan their father.
I swear to God.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's different
I
denominations.
guess.
Maybe there's different denominations of
I
it.
swear, if you pry into that belief,
I'm not prying into shit.
if you no,
Hell no, I don't give a fuck what they believe in. Yeah.
if you really like dig deeper into
Don't play with it.
their
Unless you
mindset,
trying to do deliverance ministries.
you'll find that if you really dig deeper into why they think that, why they say that, it's literally just to be edgy. It's literally just to be satirical.
Because it's like the
sarcastic.
Catholics, Hail Mary, like so
Yeah.
they go Hail Satan.
Hell, that's it. That's all. It
crazy.
Is. They don't actually.
Because why you
believe in
praying to
them.
Jesus' mind?
They don't actually worship
To
him.
all of this, the blood.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah, it's all different
You know,
denominations. You know what I mean?
I could go in on Catholicism.
We're not gonna. This ain't a religious.
One day we'll have a religious conversation.
Y'all gonna be having y'all trying to put me and Lex in front and center on that.
No, I'm saying.
I'm like, Lex, where are you last week?
No,
Like,
one day
listen,
we'll have a religious conversation. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I'm down.
I was raised Catholic.
I'm down.
Yeah, I was raised Christian.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting.
Do they be?
No.
You know what?
Talk
I
about our
always play-
testimonies.
I always
That might have to
playing
be
with
a
you.
Patreon exclusive.
No, I'm saying, look.
We might
Went
get
to
a
the
little
Spanish
deep.
one.
On one side, I was raised Catholic. On the other side, Santeria. I don't know if you know anything about that.
Oh, I was about to
that?
say. So you went to the Spanish church? That's what you're talking about.
What?
Catholic Spanish.
Catholic Spanish.
On both English,
I
Spanish,
don't
whatever. It's the same
fucking know.
shit. It's
I'm
just
asking.
translated.
Catholic.
No, but no. Listen, what I'm saying
Nah,
is,
y'all Spanish Catholic church got a little spice.
It do.
You know, y'all do. Y'all
And y'all got
y'all
a
got a little
short sermon.
coquito in y'all. Like y'all
yeah,
got
that's good. It's short.
Y'all got the short sermons.
Yeah. It's short.
Look at y'all.
To the point.
Y'all don't gotta collect fans and pamphlets at the end of the fucking service.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. We out of there
Oh,
by
we could
12.
go. We could go there, but we go say that.
Yeah, we out of there.
I'm down.
In and
down
out
for
30
that.
minutes.
Yeah, yo.
Hot
and
I,
ready.
now, I went to a
Exclusive.
I went to a Baptist church and I was like, never again.
Funny as hell.
Never again.
Baptist?
I feel like
A
if you.
Catholic?
I went to a Baptist church one time,
Baptist.
yo.
Oh, but I feel like if
Never
you went
again.
as Catholic all your life and you went to one Baptist sermon, I'm
Your
like,
life has
yeah, that's
Catholic
like
people
a severe
Cannot
culture
go
shock.
to other denominations of church.
You
like,
just need
First
to
of all,
stay
shit-
where you at.
just stay Catholic.
It was loud as hell.
Stay where you at.
First of all, it's loud as shit.
It's definitely
Second of all, it was too damn long. It's hot. It's long. Yo, get me the fuck out of here.
Y'all
I'm sorry.
got AC in there?
I'm sorry. You got a second church service
What church you doing?
right after the first church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just want to go home. I want to go home.
Black churches are long.
Oh, you went to
I want to go
But
home.
that's what I feel like. Black
Yeah.
churches, like, don't come for black churches because I feel like we've gotten
We
better.
have gone
We have
a long
gotten-
I'm not coming for it. I'm not coming for it. But I'm saying
We
it's
don't
long,
have a second service.
long as hell, yo.
There are times
Yeah.
where the Holy Spirit moves. Like if you do deliverance ministry and XYZ, there are times where the Holy Spirit moves and there's some things that take place. But for the most part, 2 hours, maybe 2.5.
You crazy as hell.
We
Yo.
out
1 hour
Yo.
if it's Super Bowl season.
Church
You
starts
crazy
at
as 2
10.
hours.
Like you ain't
That's
even gotta
why-
get up at 6 no more.
Yo.
Like it starts at 10.
That's why, like,
And then Super Bowl is an hour. Fuck around and find out.
Oh, wait.
During
So
the
for the
season,
Super Bowl,
hour.
Oh my
hour.
God.
see what I'm saying?
that's why
Y'all can't put Jesus on hold for the Super Bowl. I'm just saying I don't promote that. But now they do
Are
Super
you
Bowl.
for real? Like,
Yeah.
They do Super Bowl. Like I went to Agape in Rahway, Agape Family Worship
Yeah,
Center in
I know.
Rahway. They used to do like Super Bowl Sunday. Like people like would do their jerseys or whatever, and they'd do like a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
And it was first for the guys, it was like men's ministry, and then all the women started complaining.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
were like, we watch football too. So I think they had like a time when the so that's cool, but don't cut service short. Like
see,
to
that's
have the
why-
party
Hey.
after 2 hours, you
Hey.
got 24 hours in a day. You can't give them 2.
That's why. So
Hell
that's
no.
why.
First of all, you got all week. So
we're not talking about you
y'all
coming
can't
during
be
the week.
in church.
Y'all don't even
all-
know that.
Yeah, we're
Listen.
Wednesday.
But
we can-
That's dedicated for.
You're doing too much. You're doing way too
I'm
much.
sorry.
That's why church musicians are top tier level musicians.
Oh,
Because they
yeah.
are trained
Yeah.
all
And they have
week.
to play for hours.
That's the way you never know.
They got it in.
You never
They
know
got
when
it in.
Sister
They in there
Shirley about to
praying.
catch a Holy Ghost in the middle of service.
Right.
Yeah.
They
You
gotta
got a
play until
20
they get
minute
that demon
stretch.
out.
They gotta transpose different keys.
Yep.
If Sister Gladys is off, they gotta hurry up and transpose whatever key she's in. Yeah, like
It's a ministry, and different chords strike different parts of the spirit. So
Yeah.
they are. When I tell you, like minister of music, when they call them a minister of music, they are ministering to the people as if they are talking in words.
Yeah, that's why, like, Sister Shirley might have like a 2 hour.
Shirley's.
Sister Shirley at the Baptist.
Let's hope her wig stays on.
Oh my God.
A 2 hour solo.
2 hours solo.
That is crazy.
The organist,
20 minutes.
The organist might have to adapt to that. So that's why like church musicians are top tier. Church drummers, bassists. Yeah, but all that, that's the Baptist church.
I give them all the credit, man.
Is it wrong? So I'm gonna bring this up because
What?
I know y'all saw Megan Good's man. Wait, was that Megan Good's man?
X-Man.
Who?
X-Men?
Not
Who?
Jonathan Majors.
No,
They still together,
Current
right?
man, yeah. Current.
Y'all know y'all saw him dismiss that lady on stage.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is it? Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, Devon Franklin.
Devon Franklin. There was a lady. He was praying, and clearly, I don't know. I mean, us church folk. Clearly, the Holy Spirit was moving, and there
Dirty Laundry came out during.
and there was some activity happening that was disturbing and clearly out of order to everything else that was happening.
Yeah.
So he verbally told her to hush. Like he basically told her to stop because that wasn't what was happening. Like she was interrupting. So he got flack for that. And
I thought that was Shawnee O'Neal's.
yes,
husband.
Shawnee, not
That's
Megan
Shawnee
Good.
O'Neal's
Yes, because I was like,
husband.
who? Shawnee O'Neal's.
Yeah.
New, they're married. Yeah, new husband.
The new husband.
Sorry about that, guys. Not Megan Good.
Megan
Shawnee
Good.
O'Neal's. Yeah, we was on
Shaquille
that.
O'Neal's ex. Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal's ex, right? So there. So my thing is,
Because I was thinking, I'm like, which Sherman?
is
What
it okay? Because this is probably for Lex. Like, is it okay to, because let's just background, like us premise, people that have been in rooms with prophets, apostles, and people that are doing deliverance ministry, right? It is not, the way they move might be a little unconventional from the way that the rest of the congregation is moving, because they are taking their time and they have to listen to what the Holy Spirit is telling them. So a lot of times you'll see an apostle or a prophet or somebody like that quiet the room, or he'll tell the music to lower the tone or anything like that. But isn't it a shepherd's job to correct this order in the midst of the congregation?
If sis is hooting and hollering.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was
Her wig
obviously-
fell off and she rolled on the floor. All right, yo. All right. Get the nurse ministry, put that blanket over her and move her to the back, okay? And
Right.
she really doing all that.
I don't think she
Because-
rolled on the floor, but she was clearly like
was hooting and hollering.
She was hooting and hollering, and he was
like,
clearly
hey.
trying to. And mind you, the rest of the congregation was quiet.
Yo.
The rest of the congregation was congruent with what he was doing. So she was literally the only one. He got so much flack for correcting what she did. He got so much flack. Like, so I want to hear you guys' take on that. Like, what was he wrong for correct? Like, even if you're not religious, 'cause I know Marcus Sola, you guys are not necessarily religious, but like, is he wrong for correcting the order of the atmosphere?
Nah, it's just like any other. It's just like any other.
Like a teacher would do the
Any
same
other
thing.
performance, any other teacher,
Any
Yo.
other like lecture,
Somebody
if you're
is-
disturbing the room. It's
somebody
like,
is causing a scene and disturbing the
flow.
environment.
Yeah.
Yo, you got to do what you got to do to. Yo, you got to cut that out.
I don't think he was.
cut that out.
I don't think he was wrong at all. I feel like everybody feels like they're more into the spirit than somebody else.
But the spirit has order, just for the record.
I mean,
the spirit has
yeah.
order. He's not gonna be doing all of that while the pastor's trying to preach. And if he does, okay, the pastor is most likely will get a download and he will deal with you accordingly. He'll pray for you, he'll prophesy for you, or X, Y, and Z. Like, you're not gonna be having that all by yourself.
Yeah.
And the rest of the congregation is just like,
looking at you like,
yeah,
oh.
like that's not, just for the record. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I just thought I wanted to hear you guys' take on that because he got so much flack for that, and I didn't understand why.
I mean, I think half of that stuff that takes place in the church is
Yeah,
fugazi anyway.
yes.
The baby.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know when I was there that one time, I seen the preacher like looking at me, and I'm looking like, do not call
come
me.
over here.
Do not call me, yo.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Because like I knew what was about to take place. You know what I'm saying? I seen it around, and then like sure enough, he calls. You know, there's people going to the front and all this. I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Like what?
And then
He
come to
ain't
the front.
pick you out the
Come to the
crowd?
front. I'm like looking around like,
He
this
saw
nigga pointing
you.
at me? So I go there and he do that like mush on the forehead.
He didn't go back.
I'm like, I ain't going. I ain't going. I'm sorry.
No, I
so
find that funny
mad.
as hell. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yo,
That's funny as shit.
The Holy Spirit is gentle. He does not like
He said-
the people that be like, I be like, see,
Yo,
see,
man, see,
see, I don't
that's why I'm
know
good on that, man.
if
I'm
I
good on
need
that.
you. That's why you can't have
Yeah.
everybody praying over you because everybody ain't operating out of the Holy Spirit.
How would you
For
feel?
the record.
How would you feel if I told you that the same emotion and the same feeling that you get when somebody catches the quote unquote Holy Spirit, that can be captured in other ways?
You can.
Yeah.
But I believe that every source comes from God. So for me as a Christian, yeah, I might feel that from other things. Just like my mentor used to say, Miss Wilson used to say this all the time, sin tastes good. Sin is very pleasurable. Doesn't mean that it's good for us. Shooting up heroin is very pleasurable. Doesn't mean that it's good for us. You know what I mean? But if something if something is making me feel good, it's my job to have the discernment on where that source is coming from. Is it coming from the Spirit of God, or is it coming from the spirit of evil? Because anything that's not from the Spirit of God, that is not from the Holy Spirit, is the spirit of evil, is the enemy to the Spirit of God. So for me, like, I always, there's a saying in church, try the Spirit by the Spirit. You have to try the spirit of what you're dealing with by the ultimate spirit, which is the Holy Spirit. And the only way you do that is by having discernment.
So what you're saying is, right, if it's not coming, regardless of how you get it, if it's not coming from the specific thing, any other way that you get it is wrong.
Yes, because there's always an alternative. Like, if you read the story of Jesus tempting the devil in the Bible, right? He's dangling things in him that God has already profoundly said he is. Oh, I'm going to bring you to the top of this building and give you all of this land. But I have dominion over all of this already. I am the Son of God. What do you mean? I have dominion over all. It is written. Every time Jesus answered him, it is written. Man shall not live by bread alone. It is written. Like, the devil dangles things in front of you that you already can possess with the Spirit of God. But the devil will dangle it in front of you, give it to you, and snatch it back. Or give it to you in abundance, and then that abundance is not good for you. That's why God gives you things in parts. It's faith to faith, glory to glory. He never gives you the whole thing.
Because that's instant gratification.
Exactly. And God doesn't do that all the time.
The only thing I would say is, right,
Yeah, go ahead.
and I don't want to turn this into a religious thing.
I know we did, but it's...
Yeah, yo, hey.
But at the end of the day,
I'm
Mark's
for it, though,
opinion
whatever.
does matter.
Yes.
Because there are people out there that
Who
have his
want to
views
know,
and
yeah.
want, and he needs to
yeah.
be represented as such.
Only thing I would say is that, like, that's your belief, right? You believe that any other way that you can get it is wrong, right? But you do understand that everybody with their own belief as to how they got that exact same thing can say the exact same thing about what you believe.
Totally, 100%. Like, when you do evangelism, that's the one thing I feel like is the most thing that you have to understand. As crazy as the other religion or that other person sounds to you, your Christianity sounds just as crazy to them.
Yeah.
So I get that concept, but the faith that I believe in says that you have to work out your own salvation. It's my job to plant that seed, not to water it. That's God's job. That's why PK kids get taught the Bible their whole lives, and then when they become an adult, they have to decide whether or not they want to have a relationship with him. It ain't their parents. Their parents can say whatever they want, but if
parents
that
did the
person
job
decide that they did their job already. That's why I don't really support when kids come out and they're gay and then their parents kick them out the house. Why? You did your job. Okay, you trained them. You taught
You
them
did
Christianity
everything that you needed to
that
do.
you could possibly do. Guess what? God is going to deal with that. They have their own walk and journey.
Speaking of that, not to get off topic, but
No, go ahead.
I saw, speaking of something like that, I saw at some podcast they were talking about how it's wrong to say that your child's actions reflect badly on you as a parent, right?
I'm 50-50.
I don't know about the term,
Not
the word,
wrong.
not
Yeah.
reflect badly, but your behavior
Is
can
a
be
reflection.
a representation of me.
So, but like, at the end of the, especially with dudes, right? At the end of the day, like you said, children have to make their own decisions, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm telling my kid, yo, don't go down that street, don't go down that street, don't go down that street, and they go down that street anyway, and they say, man, F dad. They go down that street and they get shot. To say that, oh, he went down that street like he that's a reflection of my parenting. That's weird because like, nah, I've been telling him not to go down that street.
Right. Sometimes kids are
hard-headed. Sometimes kids are hard-headed, but it's like...
So that's why I'm like always, I'm 50-50.
And it's levels to the amount of freedom. And it's same thing in religion, in non-religion households. It's levels of freedom. So it's like, if they're a kid, you're going to have to tell them 100 times not to do something because their brain is not developed enough to understand why mommy is telling me not to do that. Yeah. But my son is 9 now, 10. You know what I mean? So it's like, now he understands, okay. Because I established, like I tell him, everything that mommy tells you when you're growing up right now is to protect you because I love you and I'm trying to teach you something. If those 3 things are not in it, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to know that I'm not just telling you things for my health. And even though he knows that, there are still times where I'm just like, dude, like, you think I'm just telling you this for my health? Like, I'm not telling you this for my health. But it's like, there's levels. Our brain is not developed until we're 25. But at the same time, you cannot go crazy as a parent. You have to trust that what you instilled in your child as they were growing up in your household, in your care, you have to trust that you did the best that you could and that they're gonna take what you taught them and run with it. But sometimes they don't. 50-50, like Lex said. Sometimes they don't. And that is their own salvation that they have to work out. They got to work that out themselves. You killing yourself, you know what I mean?
For your children's mistakes, when they're going to make them anyway, it's going to stress you out, bro.
Facts.
That's why I don't believe in beating people in the Bible. I mean, in the head with the Bible. Like, that turns people away from God more than anything.
The opposite of what
we're trying to do. Exactly. You're supposed to have compassion in all things. You're not supposed to beat people in the head. You give them the information, they have to decide. That's it.
Jesus was friends with gangsters and hoes.
He ain't commit murders and sleep with none of the hoes. But like iron doesn't mix with clay. They was like he hung out with them. He spoke to them. He went to events with them. Everything. He wasn't doing everything that they was doing, but he still interacted with them. He was constantly telling Peter, "Chill, bro.
Chill out. They good. You don't gotta beat up everybody."
Right. He was like, "Chill. They need time." Like,
Peter was a thug.
They ain't walking around with me for the last few years. Okay. Wow. And even then, he was like, "Y'all walking with me, and y'all still need help. Like, how much longer must I be here?" So, it's just all of those things. It's like being respectful, because I have agnostic mentors. I had a mentor when I was younger that was a Jehovah's Witness. I have people who are atheists, like, that are in my lives that teach me real core values. But when it comes to my faith, there's nothing that they can tell me about my faith. There's nothing anybody that can change what I believe in, because I have my own relationship with God. Nobody should be able... The Bible promotes unwavering faith. Nobody should be able to come in, and same way nobody's gonna come in and be like, "Mark, you gotta be a Christian."
Well, no.
They'll be like, "No, I'm an atheist."
Choice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So So here's the thing, right? And I think that logic, unwavering faith, I get it. That's a thing that is what's the word I'm looking for? That's a thing that's appreciated in Christianity, right? And I'm an atheist, right? But if you present evidence to me that there is a God, I'm not going to be an atheist anymore.
Okay. Right. And that's in everything. And so you can't go off of emotion when you're talking to people and you're trying to convert people. It can't be about your emotions, because sometimes we're like, no, we want it so bad for them. But just because we want it doesn't mean that they want it, or they don't want it at the level that you want it for them. So you have to give them that time.
And that grace.
Yes, perfect word.
And like a lot of people, I've gotten to religious debates with Christians, and they're like, "Oh, well, what is it going to take to believe in a God?" And I'm just like,
it might not be you.
Well, no, like
it might not be you talking to them.
Yeah, it might not be you. All in all, I don't know what it's going to take, but if you believe in this God and you believe that he knows all, then he knows. And if he knows, then either he hasn't presented that to me yet or he doesn't want me to know. Those are the only two options.
There's also a element of seeking him too. Sometimes the answers aren't on the surface level. I'll just say that.
And it's annoying. Even
It
as
is
a
very
devoted
annoying.
Christian.
Like, yeah, as a
Niggas
Christian,
be
I'll
silent,
just say
and I'm
that.
letting you know, God don't sound like Morgan Freeman.
He does.
Motherfucker.
He does
Morgan
not.
Freeman.
Because I be waiting for that husky ass voice. Hello, my
He
child. I
does
don't hear none
not.
of that shit, bro.
It's not the day of Pentecost. Like there are very little people who still have verbal audio hearing, like hear God audibly, and very little people who have had tangible, like they felt God like touch them. Like there's a difference between his spirit coming into the room and feeling the physical
aspect
of God. Like
Yeah.
it's very little, and it takes seeking, like tremendous amount of seeking him. It's not just let me go to church every Sunday and sing a bunch of songs. Like it's not. That's very surface level when it comes to the Christian faith.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what you mean by seeking.
So there's many of scriptures in the Bible that says, seek me and you shall find, right? So part of the initial thing of seeking God is reading his word, finding out who he is and how he may present himself to you.
So
God, good.
why should I? So seeking, reading his word, right? Why should I believe in the Bible? And when I say why should I believe in the Bible, right, I don't mean that in like a snarky way, but I'm just like, why should anybody believe the Bible? Because your foundation is coming from the Bible, right?
Most of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the majority of it.
Yes.
Of course, you have your own. Of course, you have your own
Yes,
experiences.
yes.
Gonna be word for word,
But yeah, but the foundation is coming from the Bible, right? Why should anybody believe the Bible?
That's a good question.
I like that.
I like that question.
I like being challenged.
The thing about that question is I can't give you that answer because everybody
has their
you have
own
to
answer in regards to that.
Get thy own understanding and work out thy own salvation. People have to do their own. My relationship with God is not your relationship with God. Your reason for worshiping God is not my reason for worshiping God. If you like. The debate on who God is, or who's the right God and X, Y, and Z is irrelevant when it comes to faith. Because faith is about what you decide that you want to believe in. Now, my faith is ruled by a lot of my experience that I've had with God, which is why it's very unwavering. Because there's been things in my life that, to me, there's no explanation but the God that I serve, right? And even when I wasn't serving him. So that's my reasoning for the evidence that he has shown me. But the evidence that he might show you, Mark, or show Lex, or show Solo might not be the same reason. It might not be the same reason. And if you're a logical person, he might have to talk to you in science. He might have to break down the Big Bang Theory. You know what I mean? Like, if you're an emotional person, he might have to speak to you in emotional intelligence language. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just depends. But you have to say yes. Like, you just have to decide.
So the thing is, right? Mm-hmm. When I say why should I believe in that? So you're saying this is somebody that's already bought in on the book, right?
Right. You want me to be objective about it.
If I say, yo, why should I drink this?
It got ingredients, electrolytes, and things like that.
It's good for you.
But I can say that about any.
No, but if I just say,
you can say that about any religion, though. It's good for you. It's a God.
But if I just say like, yo, you just gotta drink it. You're not gonna know how it's gonna hit you unless you drink it. That's not answering the question.
Right, but then my thing is that, like, that question puts the responsibility on the other person, and I'm not responsible for your faith. So it's like, it's literally a decision. Like, you have to decide, that, like, the evidence could be right in front of you. Like, a lot of times, the reason why I don't say, the God is good, he loves you, he never leaves nor forsakes you. I could go down a list of things why you should serve Jesus, but the next Muslim will combat that with whatever the commandments are in the what's the name. So it's literally a choice. You have to decide, because faith is what you decide to believe in at the end of the day. It's your choice. It's the reason why we have free will. Because God could literally put strings on us if he wanted to and just have us dancing around all daggone day. He could literally do that if he wanted to. But it's something about a dude could whoop a chick's behind, like could beat her forever and make her stay in that relationship. Mm-hmm. But that's not love. When I decide that I want to love you, when I decide that, okay, the evidence you presented to me is for real, because I could present the evidence, but if you don't believe it, if you don't decide to say, okay, this makes sense, this is true, because it could make sense. We could put it. People, I've seen people, the car is red, and they will sit there and try to convince me that car is blue. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's literally a choice, because it's not about feeling. I could feel how I want. There's times where I don't feel like. I feel like I done a lot, and I don't want to talk to Jesus. I don't want to pray to him. I don't want to talk to him. But it's not about my feeling. I know that I have to talk to him, because this is how I'm going to feel better. This is how I'm going to figure out, because he orders my steps. This is how I'm going to do it. But I have to choose to go and talk to him. I could easily choose and be like, nah, I'm not doing it.
And God will be like, all right.
He'll be like, all right.
Well, back to my shit that I was doing. Like, that nigga busy.
Mm-hmm. If I'm trying to find the correct
your values,
if I'm trying to figure out which one of you, if you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're Hindu, you're this, you're that, and all you guys are telling me the exact same thing. Right. All you guys are saying, you got to have faith, you got to make the decision, you got to, all that, right? Exactly the same thing you just said, right? But to their corresponding beliefs, right? How do I make the decision? How do I differentiate between all of you guys and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with.
Well, that goes with, like, number one, doing your research upon that. Like, you got to do your research on like the religions plural that you are interested in, because one that has a core set of values might not fit with you versus like another religion. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe none of them might fit your lifestyle, and that's okay. That goes along with the research, and with time and research comes with grace. You're still learning, you're still growing. We are not even on our last leg in life yet. We're still trying to figure shit out.
Just made it
all the time.
Like,
so
and it's
for
experience
you,
too.
It's like a soul searching thing. It's not like a one and done. These are the things that you need to do to find God, because if there was a list, nigga, I would have done it.
There are techniques. Like God, the Christian God, and I'm sure the Muslim God, Buddhism, they show you ways to connect with their God and the God. But you have to make the decision on what God you want to connect with. Because, like I said, I almost was a Jehovah's Witness.
Ooh.
Like, so for me, like in the beginning of my faith journey, what the values of Jehovah's Witnesses made sense to me. But it wasn't until later on. Now, I never officially converted to be a Jehovah's Witness, because life experiences showed me something different. And then, like, I sought out, like, my family didn't have me in church every Sunday. I didn't have nobody that I could just randomly be like, let me go to so-and-so with church or whatever. Like, I didn't even feel comfortable talking to people about faith. Like, I was literally suicidal in high school, randomly, like, had my first suicide attempt, randomly picked up a Bible, didn't know what it was saying, and I made a prayer. I said my first prayer ever, and 2 months later, God answered my prayer. The first time I ever said a prayer, ever picked up a Bible. And he has consistently proved himself to me, because I told nobody that prayer. It's only now that I'm 30 that I've been like telling that testimony. Like, I've told nobody that, but if I didn't experience that, I would have never known that God was real initially. I can't even imagine how real I know he is now. That was the initial. Like now it's like, And that's why I say, like, when you seek God, he will reveal himself to you. And my job is done. Now it's up to you, because it ain't just God waves his wand and you automatically believe him. Even now, as a saved Christian, it's hard to stay in the faith and believe that God is going to do something for you. But you have to decide that's what you want to do.
I don't understand. So from I've heard your story, like the whole. I heard a lot of testimonies for years from other people, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, I don't understand, like, with the seeking, like, how do you, like, when you say you go to seek God, right? Mm-hmm. You have this Bible that was written by a man, right? Mm-hmm. God didn't come down and write anything, right? You just believe that this Bible was written that was influenced by this God, right?
Yes.
And because you believe that, any experience you have is going to justify that belief because of it's kind of confirmation bias. I believe something so hard that I'm going to contribute everything that I experience to this.
Okay.
Well, not to correct you, but there is multiple stories. Yeah. So it's not like
it's not just
one thing from one perspective. It's kind of like just like with the Quran and with like the Old Testament with Judaism. In the midst of like telling God's word, these are just chronological events that they're just reporting. You know what I'm saying? Like
that
these events that, even though the concept of God for some people are like, none of this shit don't even make sense. Like, water to wine, what the fuck was that? Nah, that ain't shit. And it's okay, and that's cool. But these are things that happen, and they're just reporting upon it. Even though it sounds outrageous, niggas getting swallowed up by whales. So how do you explain that to your wife? That sounds crazy.
These aren't things that happen. These are things that people said happened. So we don't know whether or not they actually happened.
Yeah, we know that black people were slaves, but we weren't alive when they were slaves. Well, no, we don't actually know. They could have just told us like they lied to everybody else.
We have actual documentation and pictures of
we don't know. We don't even know that we went to the moon or not.
Well, the moon landing is still debatable.
And there's not documentation that lines up with the Bible. There's documentation that lines up with other religious books too.
No, there aren't. There aren't any like physical, like actual documentation that lines up.
There were never any.
So what do you consider like tangible evidence?
Finding Jesus' sandal.
Yo, stop!
It's challenge.
I'm trying to be serious.
We need an archaeologist.
You trying to find a dreadlock.
So, anything that would prove, anything that would prove that there's a supernatural being that exists that has agency in the everyday world.
What would prove that?
I don't know. You guys. So
that's the thing.
If Lenny Kravitz in a fucking white robe walks in, and you're like, my son, I come here to you. That's the proof.
You have to decide what makes God real for you. If God is not real for you, then God is not real for you.
If I said, yo, I could go on top of the Halo building, backflip off of it 16 times and land on my feet, right?
Okay.
Is it my job to prove that I can, or is it your job is it your job to prove that I can, or is it my job to prove that I can?
It's your job to prove that you can. But if you don't know what you're looking for, this is why the seeking.
I know. You're looking for me to do
the backflip.
Yeah, I know what a backflip looks like. I know how human beings do backflips.
Right.
I know what it's like for somebody to land on the floor.
Right.
I know what all that looks like.
But do you have to prove? So it's just like, all right, bet. It's just like I'm a coach, right? So you got the little kids, and they are, they're like, coach, you know, I'll let them know, hey, I've been playing basketball for 20 years, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or I'll tell them, coach can shoot a 3-pointer or something like that, right? They're like, coach, you can't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, am I going to let the little kid, especially if we have things going on and it's not conducive for, like, or it won't really, like, appease like what is at hand? Am I gonna stop the whole session and prove to them that I can shoot a 3-pointer, or I've been playing basketball for the entire? No, there's a time and a place. Like there's a time and a place, and you might not have met your time yet, where God has revealed that to you.
You being a coach and shooting a 3-pointer, right? That sure, they might have doubts that you. I mean, and you're not old, but to them, you probably old.
I'm old.
To people that are 7 and 8, we're old as fuck.
But
We're
look. I mean, all right. So,
come on, Solo.
no. Just look. Just listen.
Right.
So we're talking about faith.
Yeah.
The key word faith, right?
Faith.
All right. So listen.
The point.
No, I'm saying. So listen to the definition. All right. Complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Number 2, strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof.
Yeah,
Yes, faith is the substance of
definition-
things
the biblical
heard of,
definition-
evidence of things not seen.
Do you think that's a good way to measure whether something is true or not?
You got to have faith, though. I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, you have faith all day that you'll be successful and that you'll find a wife and X, Y, and Z. But if you never believe that, you're never gonna do what you have to do to achieve that. You're never gonna seek. Yeah.
I measure the faith with the evidence. I correspond the faith with the evidence, right?
Yeah.
I can't lift up this building. I have no faith that I can lift up this building because what I know about human beings, we can't lift buildings.
Right.
Yeah.
I proportion my belief to the evidence, right? When we sat in these chairs, like, even if we never sat in these chairs before, we had faith that they would hold us. But that's only because we knew a lot of chairs hold us. We have experience with chairs holding us, right?
Okay.
So when you say have faith, we don't have anything. We have this God, right? You say this God, but we don't have any reference point to know what a God is or what a God looks like to be able to say he exists.
Okay. I can understand that logic.
I get it, though.
I understand that logic.
So
I mean, it is what it is, man.
Because it's like, for the people that is like the seen to believe in type of people. And
You want tangible proof.
Like I said, Lenny Kravitz with holes in his hand got to walk through.
You gotta touch it.
Any proof.
But if most of the proof of God is not like a visual, something that you can hold, like something that you could explain, then it's not proof. Like if you can't explain it like in logic terms for human minds to understand, then it's not true. Like I mean, I'm just trying to understand like your thought pattern in trying to understand any religion.
Any proof. I could be like, yo, if God is real, move that.
Yeah, but look, because
God doesn't prove himself. Like he's not gonna do that. He's purposely gonna leave that there.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not.
Laugh like,
Yeah,
I ain't about to do that.
That's not how I'm gonna prove.
Yeah, I'm not into the Bible, but I do believe that there is a God. You know what I'm saying? But according to the definition, it does say faith is considered a belief and trust in God based on evidence, but without total proof. It says the idea is associated with taking a leap of faith. It is among all definitions, faith holds a common theme: trust. Whether you're putting faith in a person, duty, or belief, trust is necessary. So you gotta trust.
That goes.
You gotta believe
trust, in it. And then you have to decide to trust that person. It's all about the choice.
And not to disrespect anybody's religion, but like I feel like that's a lot of the scam of religion, right? It's you're selling. Oh well, God didn't move that. Oh, because He's not going to be summoned. Like it's the great scam, because if He does it. Oh, he's powerful. If he doesn't, oh, wait, he didn't. He's not. He's gonna be doing it in his own time. It's like you're selling an invisible bill of goods.
The important thing about any religion, right, is the relationship. Like that's why it's an individual thing, because your relationship is your relationship with God. So the whole faith part, you have to have trust. And the reason why us Christians or Muslims or whoever trust the God that we claim to serve is because we have experienced things that we have taken as evidence to the things that I've decided that you know what I mean? Like, and it's not just the doctrine that we read. It's not just the experience alone by itself. It's various things. It's things we've seen, things, ways that we've seen God change the behaviors and the lives of the people around us. Like that's why I'm emphasizing the choice, because you have to choose. Even I could say I'm Christian all day, but if I don't trust God with all my heart, I don't have a relationship with him. So that means that what I believe, I'm not going to meet him in heaven because I don't have an actual relationship with him. It's not about the doctrines, because remember, New Testament kind of abolished the law. If you study the Christian faith, we're not going to get into that. But it's about your experience and your choice. You have to choose. You could choose not to serve a God and be an atheist. You could choose to serve a God and be a Muslim, a Buddhist, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you still have to choose. And then
So,
you choose to follow the doctrine that comes after that.
I don't think you can choose a belief.
I think you got to do it according to
You choose not to believe something.
your own personal beliefs.
I don't think.
You get what I'm saying?
I think you're either convinced or not convinced. I don't think you make a choice to be convinced.
But it's also like based on your lifestyle, your ideals and beliefs that you already have.
There's a lot of things that
And it
go
has to be
into
like kind of associated with it. You get what I'm saying?
a lot of things that go into.
Same thing with picking a denomination.
Yeah,
You could be Christian.
I'm non-denominational.
No, but I'm saying, but you know, you got the Baptist, you got Pentecostal, you know what I'm saying?
my
So like,
goodness.
I like how you
Yes,
said it like that.
Pentecostal. I
Do
never
that
heard
again.
that. Do that
okay, yeah. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
You get what I'm
He
saying?
had that Spanish accent.
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yes.
I'm
No, I
sorry.
get it. Because
Yeah, I
you
get
got Baptist, you got Pentecostal, you got Catholic, you got.
So you got to choose
like,
which one you want.
Like it's and then the crazy part is that to God, none of that stuff matters. Like he's just like, it's one thing across the board. I don't know why y'all branched off in all of these things. Like to him, it's just one thing across the board. But yeah, I mean, the religious thing, like religion and politics is something, especially in America, that will never, like you'll always have these settings where it's like, it's not 100% agreement, but I do love that like the four of us can kind of like sit here and have a respectful conversation, because you don't see that a lot.
Well, yo. On that note, man, we're gonna do a part 2 because I know we gotta wrap up early.
Yeah, man.
You know what
Sorry,
I'm saying?
y'all.
We gotta wrap up early. Yo, we gonna get a part 2.
We got into
Hey, yo,
amen. Okay,
This was good, yo. We need a part 2. We definitely need a part 2, man. Yo,
Part two.
because
We're
Mark
gonna put a pin.
Mark brings up like interesting questions. Then he has interesting like rebuttal for
valid
it.
questions,
But then you two being Christians, you get what I'm saying? The rebuttal is crazy also.
I mean, Christians, we get a lot of flack, but we love us that really love Jesus. We love being challenged. Like
I mean,
this.
it is what it is.
Like,
Hey, yo.
I get challenged all the time.
Yeah, we
and
love
I got
being
so
challenged
many
like that.
People of the Islamic faith in my family. So of
Fact,
course we
same.
have healthy conversations.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do it on a part 2,
Yeah,
man.
we gotta do a part 2 because this stuff I ain't even talk about yet.
Oh no, we gonna
Oh,
do it,
my
man.
God.
And yo, who
I
knows?
want you to get deep.
No.
We gotta do it, yo.
Say the things that you
We
want
might
to
need to
say
make
on
this a
Facebook.
Patreon.
Say the things that you really want to say on
Exclusively.
Facebook.
We gonna do it.
Yeah.
And who knows? By
right.
next week, I might bring Jesus Jankla. The sandal. I might bring a sandal.
And,
I might bring a sandal yo by next week.
Chicleta. Oh, he said the
You know what I'm saying?
chicleta.
Yo, the way that I said,
It's
wait,
like, what?
hold on.
I might bring it by next week,
learned
yo.
I had to look at Lex to confirm.
I learned that in
What
Miss
he
De La
said?
Cruz class.
Oh, hey, yo, you gotta stop the only,
De La
the
Cruz.
only Spanish teacher, the only real Spanish teacher at Urch.
Nah, you're not about to disrespect
Oh no,
Mr. Marte.
Mr. Marte and Miss Rosa, Miss.
I had Miss Rosa for 3 years.
I had
Don't
Miss Rosa.
disrespect her.
Don't disrespect Miss Rosa, okay?
Okay, now I bet you she's still teaching. Hola.
No, hola, Miss Rosa, because I guarantee she
Wait, hold
probably
on.
still
I only got one question for
Mind
you.
you, she is a black
What?
American.
I feel like
Which-
someone about to ask some crazy.
Nah, I'm just saying. Which Spanish teacher
What?
was the one that had the fatty though?
Miss De La Cruz.
Oh, there we go.
That's definitely
There we
I would
go.
never, because I would never
Annoying.
disrespect
Miss Rosa.
I would never disrespect
That's
her like
grandmama that be
that. That's
doing
somebody's
schools and
grandmama.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
That's somebody's grandmama.
Okay.
Don't ever
Yo.
disrespect her like that. But we talk about Miss De La Cruz. Shout out to
De
you.
La Cruz, you
No
know.
homo.
She still teaching?
But I don't know. But
She was
shout out to
young.
you.
Miss De La
She-
Cruz, I don't know if she at Irvington High now.
But I'm pretty sure she's
I
still
hope she's
teaching
still
somewhere.
teaching.
I hope she's still blessing
Yes.
people
Yes.
with her
laugh.
intellect and
that
her
fatty.
appearance.
And that
jokes,
fatty.
too.
She was
I
bad.
was-
She was bad.
She was bad to the bone.
Damn.
De La Cruz was bad.
She was bad to the
she
bone.
was.
Okay.
Little kind of short. She wasn't that short.
She was
but
short.
Yeah. I
But
feel like she had a.
She was good.
She wasn't that short as Miss
Listen.
Rose. Miss Rose was little.
Yo, Mark,
She was
man, we
tight.
need
She
to
had a little
Google
bit.
search.
She had
Google
a few
search.
inches.
First of all,
Stop it. Where's the yearbook?
you're like, oh, she old. Listen, she old enough for me. I know
Yo.
She got the
I'm
fatty.
crying.
She got the fatty. Listen, Miss De La Cruz, if you're still around,
you. Chill out.
we can talk,
She
man.
probably
First
she
of
probably
all,
teaching your
she's
children. Don't do
probably-
that.
yeah, we can talk.
Exactly. Because how many years
I'ma see her
removed
picture too.
are we? Because
I'm at least 11 years removed, so yeah, I need it.
Hey, she might be in Elizabeth now. You know,
Mark,
what I
we
mean?
gonna keep ours. We gonna keep ours to ourselves, Mark. Okay. Nah,
First of
we
all, it's
good.
13. Ooh.
Why you
Yo,
acting?
yo.
Did she just do that to us?
Yes, since y'all want to be like that, it's only 2 years apart.
you
God
guys
damn.
good?
On yourself, okay?
We touching 8:45. You good?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Cause you talk about
No,
like,
yo, my bad. Miss De La Cruz, yo, holla.
yo, you funny.
Nah,
All right.
yo, we be back next week, man. Same time, same
We got
place.
a part 2 for
Same time,
y'all.
same
Oh, part 2.
Bye.
All right.
Part 2.